Right now, let's turn our attention to, well, the absolute terrors that await us this weekend. A plague of locusts? No. Forest fires engulfing the nation? No. Floods and deluge? No, no, this isn't the Kherson region in Ukraine. What does await us is, and brace yourselves, folk, have a sit down before I tell you this. In some parts of the country, temperatures may reach 30 degrees Celsius. I know. I'm as horrified and scared, terrified and bewildered as you are. But yeah, a heat alert. A heat alert was issued yesterday by the Met Office that Heatwave is finally on its way. But why a heat alert? Aren't most of us delighted to be getting the barbecue out at long last? Let's talk to Claire Nassir. She's a weather presenter at Channel 5. Good morning to you, Claire. Good morning to you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, we've got you. Lovely to get you on the air there. I have to say my biggest fear is not the heat. It's a guest not being able to to be heard. Or that's my biggest fear. The tech. Why is there a heat alert about a temperature which is the sort of temperature which most of us would pay our hard-earned cash on to get to that sort of temperature in another country on summer holiday?
And the Met Office is not saying don't celebrate the sunshine. It's a joint venture, obviously, with health professionals to just alert the social care system that vulnerable people could actually be impacted by this heat. It's the lowest level of heat. It's a yellow warning. So most healthy people, it's not a problem at all. It's those who have underlying health conditions like heart issues, etc. And can I just remind you that along the eastern side of the country, they've seen temperatures of 13, 14 degrees Celsius. Norwich could see a hike of 20 degrees in the next few days. And that's quite a shock to the system. It's the first time this year we're seeing 30 degrees.
Everyone's going to be thrilled. From 13 degrees to 30. Wonderful, brilliant. Get your shorts and T-shirts on. Pour a glass of Pimm's.
Not everyone like you is so robust, Julia. Some people
But again, the whole world is being organised around the very frail, the very elderly and the very vulnerable. I'm just not entirely... Surely they already know that already. I mean, there's a marathon on. Oh, let's tell my 80-year-old mum not to run the marathon. We don't issue warnings about things like that. Don't people who are frail or vulnerable, don't they already know? Look, I'm of Irish blood, so I can't sit out in the sun. I get burnt to a crisp almost immediately. What's the point? But I know that. Do I need to have a heat health alert to tell me that?
This is not for you. This is for people who work in the health profession and those who are very vulnerable. So you can ignore this completely and go outside, really thrive in this beautiful weather. And it's great because your carbon footprint will be very low. And
God, don't start on that nonsense, Claire.
Because you'll be able to staycation, which is fantastic. And for most of us, it's a brilliant weekend. But for the 1% who are in our population, it's worth knowing. And the most important thing about the Met Office is they're there to provide information so people can thrive. And yes, we thrive in this type of environment, but some people won't, and that's why.
But we don't have a heat health alert every single time it's not hot. 9 out of 10 deaths as a result of extreme temperatures as a result of the cold. All winter, we don't have a warning going, oh, by the way, it's winter, everybody. Everyone's going to die. When actually the risk. I mean, we had people talking about the excess deaths over the summer last year when it was 40 plus, and it was pretty unpleasant for pretty much everybody. There were very few people who go, yeah, 40 degrees, lovely. Although a couple of people who've got aircon were very smug for those couple of weeks, I have to say. But actually, cold is the biggest risk to people, and we don't have a daily, cold, health alert, do we?
We do have cold alerts as well. I think they're
only when it's like minus, 10.
It is the same system. It's a colour-coded system which goes from yellow to amber to red. So yes, we do have that placed in the winter. It kicks in from November, and this one kicks in through the summer. So yes, we do warn for everything, and that's good news because yes, we do have excess deaths during heat waves, but also during extreme cold.
Yeah, but
we're a country which normally has some really great weather, and it's the best thing about living in the UK. Our weather changes from day to day.
Yeah, I would find it difficult to live somewhere that didn't have such changeful weather because, goodness knows, what would we talk about? Claire Nassir, great to talk to you. Thank you, weather presenter at Channel 5. Alan Tolhurst as well. Look, you're a French extract. He's Alain Tolhurst. Alain Le Tolhurst. Yeah, I mean, he comes in the office in the morning. He's got garlic and stripy top. We have the beret. We have to take it off, Alain. You're on telly now. But you thrive in the heat. You're made for the sunshine.
I enjoy it. Yeah, I understand why these things are coming out. I think the fact is that it's whenever this stuff gets put out, it becomes this national news, heat alert and stuff. And
it's the journalists at fault, I think, rather than the
as Claire was pointing out, it's actually not for the most people. It's for the people for whom it's convenient.
I just think they already know. But there we are. I'm old-fashioned, I think.